Listen, television or the media is not the only thing you should strive for.
No.
There's a world out there that without that, you should be able to live comfortably and realize your fullest potential every day.
You wanna be a boss today.
Welcome back to the Build Pod, where authenticity trumps authority. I am here today with, I can't even get it out. They crack me. I just like look at them. They fucking crack me. I cannot. I'm here with Pol, Atteu, and Patrik, Simpson. These guys they've become my near and dear family and friends, but they really are BILFs. You guys know what BILFs are. You know what a BILF is?
Boss, I'd like to follow, bitch. But she forgot to mention Little Snow White 90210 now because she's the real bitch in the house.
Can't, you guys like this all the time?
Yeah.
Just fucking funny.
Life has got to be about fun, or else why the fuck are we living it?
You mean our authentic self?
I love it.
Yeah. You mean
authentic.
like people hopefully don't know who we are? Yeah.
I can't. So not only are these guys my friends, but they really are BILFs. They do, well, I know Paul has a clothing store on Rodeo Drive.
Yep.
I know, I can't, you also teach. Remember last time you were giving me shit about that?
I love it.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're teaching.
I would never fucking be a teacher. It's the worst job.
I can't. I was a teacher.
What?
I was a teacher.
It's like,
What grade?
I did 6th grade social studies. It was horrible.
I do high school.
Oh my God.
The high school's better, but I was a 6th grade social studies teacher. Can you believe that? For 1 year.
Were the kids mean?
Oh, and then what
they
did you
love
do?
me.
You just decided like, screw this, I'm not doing it anymore?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
yes.
No, they need you.
No, they don't need
No,
me.
they don't.
No. Bless the teachers' hearts. I can't. I've blessed their hearts because
Well,
there's
the
no
first
way.
paycheck that came into the account, he like called me up and goes, and I didn't know what
I'm like, what
paychecks
is
are.
this small little
He
amount?
calls me up and he goes, there's this random number that just got deposited into the account. Like, what is this? So I'm
From
like, I don't know. I have no
LAUSD?
idea. So it took me 2 days and I started asking the other teachers because we had a meeting. I'm like, when do we get paid? Like, is that like, they're like, oh, we just got paid, Paul. I'm like, babe, that's my paycheck.
But I'm thinking, okay, you got paid, right? But that's for a week.
No.
It was for a month.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's probably why I really left.
This is him.
Say that, but that's why.
This is him. He's like, I'm coming to pick your ass up or we're going back to the store. You're not doing this for another
He goes,
30
but I
days."
love the kids and it's all about
So you're
charity.
not doing it anymore?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
You
it's
are
online.
You are doing it?
I am.
So what are you teaching?
I'm teaching podcasting because we have the #1 fashion podcast
They
in the
asked
world.
him this season.
Undressed with Pol and Patrik. And I'm teaching journalism so that they can understand and how to be able to put together the entire scenario about who to interview, what the interview should be, the who, when, where, why.
That
all
it is
the different
important. You know what? The way the
components.
world is turning, in all seriousness, but
Yeah.
it really is important to have teachers that are authentic, but more importantly, teachers that know what they're doing.
Right.
Well, besides the fact that I'm not textbook, I'm more real life experience.
Yeah.
And because I have the experience and I can back it up, it's learned things versus than just textbook where
Yes.
they tell you do it this way,
Yeah.
and maybe that's not the really only way.
But,
that
but now
get
he's
done.
doing it virtual, which is great because before he was going into campus and doing it, I'm like, there's no fucking time to go into campus.
cannot.
So now he does it virtual. So wherever we are in the world, pops up
I
on
was
his
in a-
computer.
I
and
was
he's-
in
It
a-
makes you feel good.
Well, I was in a limo yesterday, being transported from one place to another. While I was on the computer, just doing my.
Do the
my
kids
thing.
love you?
Like I hope so. I'm hoping they do.
Do they watch your podcast?
I don't tell them to, but
They know.
But
No.
there's a couple of students that in the very beginning when I tell them what my name is and all this other stuff, they're like, Mister, you look familiar. Wait. And then the next time they come in,
They
one
Google.
student was like, I watch a show with my aunt, and it's like,
Called Gowning Out in
you
Beverly
look like
Hills.
that character. You remind me, you got the same vibe. And I'm like,
I'm
you
like,
know,
they're fucking with you. They know you're on TV.
Yes, they know.
who
Of course
you
they know
are.
they Googled you. But so not only are you doing this, okay,
Yeah.
you also do tea readings, Armenian tea.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee,
I
Armenian
understand
coffee ground
Yep.
reading.
I know you do that. I mean, what is it that you don't do? Do you do everything or?
So we do the store.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
make gowns.
Yeah, beautiful
Beautiful
gown.
gowns.
All
Yeah. I
day,
checked
all
it
night.
out.
I've been there for 35 years.
You love that. Is that your passion?
Well, I'm part of American history.
Yeah.
I made the First Lady gowns, and then it travels the First Lady Museum across the country.
Wow.
There are celebrities that are buried in my dress. and there are regular people that are buried in my dress at this point because they wanted to take me on a journey that they were on and they felt most comfortable with me. And it's like going to the Academy Awards with each one of them and walking the red carpet.
Yeah, but
and then
he's
their final destination.
I mean, he's done everybody. He's done Anna Nicole Smith is buried in his dress. He did the most famous dress for Betty White, the blue dress, the slit all the way up to the top. At 92 years old, she wore that dress.
Wow.
He's done Bella Thorne, Ariel Winter. I mean,
like they're all my friends. So
it's crazy.
I just did Bella's birthday.
Cynthia Bailey's worn his gown.
Now you have to do one for me.
Yeah.
Now you have to.
Yeah.
And what
Get
about
on the
you?
list, bitch. Get on the list.
And Patrick, what about you? You were a model.
Yeah, I was. I was a Versace model.
He's still a model. What are you talking about? When we go to the grocery store, he's
I modeled down the runway.
in the aisle.
The aisles. He gets so mad at me. He goes, "Babe, will you get the milk?" So I'm walking and I'm doing he goes, "Will you stop fucking modeling down the aisle? Just get the milk."
How many years did you model for?
5 years.
Wow.
I modeled in Europe. I modeled in Japan. I modeled in Osaka when there was no market for modeling in Japan. I was a model in Japan.
He was a Versace model. He's one of the ones that started the colors campaign.
Versace. I did Genera. I did some stuff for Gucci, like all kinds of stuff years ago.
So where did you guys meet?
In New York.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let's hear this. I want to hear this. I have to hear the story.
Well, I was there because I was not opening, but I was part of the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week segment in New York at Bryant Park. And then I was at my friend's loft doing the interviews with style and all the different outlets about my inspiration, the colors, all the clothes.
It's so funny. He's like my friend, one of the most famous fashion photographers, Joe Lance.
Yeah. Well, she's my friend.
So okay, so go ahead. You're
and
there.
then when I was there, and the models were there, all naked, the boys, the girls were doing a photo shoot at the same time. You know, we're celebrating Fashion Week. It's like an after party, kind of like an intimate whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was in his loft at Bryant Park, and he showed up, and he was wearing
a trench coat,
a suit, a tie.
This was 21 years ago. We wore trench coats.
He was the president of the Models Association of America.
Yeah.
And he was the youngest president of the Models Association of America.
It was.
So he walked in from the corner of my eye. When I saw him, I was like, what happened to those naked people that were here? I just lost sight. What?
And that was it? That was it?
I think.
He just kept staring at me all night. So I'm like, okay, I'm putting an end to this. I grabbed him, pulled him in the bathroom, pushed him against the wall, gave him a kiss.
And then when we came out of the bathroom, and the bathroom, when you think it's a bathroom, it's really not a bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like a set. So it looks like you're in the Amazon jungle because you don't even see the bathroom. Because every part, we were in the studio. So when we came out of the bathroom, he's like, let's go hang out in, New York City. Like it's 1 a.m. This is when everybody goes out. And I looked at him and I said, first you took advantages and privileges that, it wasn't even like right and there a minute ago. So I'm not ready to go anywhere. So I asked him, I said, where are you staying? What hotel? He goes, we're not going to go back to the hotel.
Right.
I said, but it doesn't matter. I want to know where you're staying. I want to know who you are. Like, I don't even know your name.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, why does this guy need to know what hotel I'm staying at? It doesn't matter.
He said I was a hoochie. He was like, we're not going back to the hotel.
I actually...
Like, bitch, of course we're not going to the hotel.
Honestly, Mara, actually, when I met him, and after I kissed him, I said to myself, fuck, I think I'm in love with this guy. I really did think that. And I'm like, I thought he was a broke designer. I didn't know he was like this famous fashion designer because we didn't have like Google back then where you can Google people. And I was like, fuck, another broke person I'm going to be in love with.
Honey, I'm still broke.
So that's 21 years ago.
21 years.
But here's what happened, really, Mark. This was the key. And I know in the very beginning, it must have been really awkward. Because when I asked him, what hotel are you staying at? And he goes, we're not going to go back to the hotel. It doesn't really matter. I said, but I need to know because I want to make sure you're not an axe murderer. He goes, I'm not an axe murderer.
I'm not a serial killer.
And what does it matter what hotel? Anybody in a hotel could be an axe murderer. So when he told me, he thought, oh, I'm going to be so impressed because his ego was in the way a little bit. So he goes,
wouldn't you? I was staying at the Waldorf.
Yeah.
You'd be like, okay, let's go. Not this bitch. You know what he said?
What did he say? What did you say? You're unimpressed?
I go, are you staying in the regular section or in the towers?
That's what he said?
Yes.
And then, so then what happened then?
I was staying in the towers, of course.
At
You
that
should have just said that you're staying at Motel 6.
at
That's
that
what you should have
point,
said.
at that point, he stood up 6'2.5".
That's funny.
He had this real elegant demeanor about him. And then the switch went on and he goes, I have my own key card, the 1-bedroom suite in the Towers. Would you like to go somewhere and hang out? I go, sure, let's go.
And we did. We've been together ever since.
And that was it.
Because he realized, because that was a deal breaker. You're either going to want to go with me or you're going to be like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not doing this with this guy. But he realized I was worth the company. And it didn't matter that I know about the 1-bedroom suite or I know about the regular section. It didn't matter. It mattered that he felt good about knowing that he was going to go with someone of quality.
Wow. And then, I mean, look at you guys, and together you guys really are a power couple.
21 years.
It's really, that's a lot to be said. 21 years.
Yeah.
And you guys, I mean, you also have a store, you have the store together that you run. Now you're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That
We
really
have the TV
shows-
show on Amazon, season 5 coming out.
Wow.
Gowning Out in Beverly Hills, Prime Video last year. I'm really proud because we won 4 Telly Awards. The year before that, we won the American Reality Television Award.
Wow.
And season 5 is coming out in like 3 months. And we shot 3 episodes in Dubai. So that's going to be really kind of fun.
I got International Designer of the Year award at Burj Khalifa at the Armani Hotel.
So I have a question for you guys, because my husband and I, we work together also all the time. What is, I mean, that's hard. It's really hard to work with your spouse. So how do you guys do it? You manage your own relationship, then you have all of your businesses together. How do you guys do it without getting on each other's nerves?
I think
you make it work.
Yeah.
You love each other and you know that you're building this life together and you are, I think a lot of times that people that have been in relationships for a long time, they grow apart, but they're purposely growing apart. You need to purposely make the intention and the effort every day to get up and say, I love you and I want to spend this day with you and continue spending the rest of my life with you, which means I have to make the right choices and decisions that are going to make that possible and make us to continue to grow together. And we do.
we choose each other every day because no legal document can make you do that.
No,
You file
absolutely
that
not.
away, you're done, you don't even know what's happening, and then life happens, circumstances
Yeah.
and everything that's in between.
Yeah.
So we choose each other every day and
Yeah.
we go, you know what? It's another 24 hours. How can we make this as
And you
good as it can
compliment.
be for both of us?
And respect. I respect
Yeah.
what he does immensely. He respects what I do. I mean, I produce our TV show. I produce the podcast. I bring all
let's
the
talk
celebrities.
about you
All the
again.
stuff.
I
Let's talk
bring
about
the-
you again.
Oh, bitch! I just said.
Oh, it's all about him again.
You know, he's just crazy.
But you guys compliment each other. Really,
Yeah.
you do. And I'm sure that's what happens at work too. Like my husband and I, my husband is more of like the techie person.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that, you know, is always dotting the I's, crossing the T's.
Right.
He's more analytical. I'm just in your face. I'm flying by the seat of your pants. But he's the one that grounds me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I'm sure that's, you know,
I think
that's
so,
how
yeah.
it works with both of you.
Absolutely.
You know, we've realized early on that we should celebrate each other's differences and play off of our strengths
Yeah.
and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't make you a weak person. It just means I got to carry a heavier load because you're not equipped to know how to do this,
Yeah.
or you didn't have the experience that I may have brought to this relationship.
Yeah.
So I try to balance it the way he does. There's a lot of things I wouldn't want to get up out of bed if it wasn't for him. I would be a hermit, and I told him that this morning.
I know, it's
was
funny.
Like,
He said that.
Babe, if it wasn't for you, I would not want to go. I just want to curl up, look at the weather. I just want to.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll go out every night. Like we were in Dallas and with Jeff Lewis, because we do the show on Radio Andy, Jeff Lewis Live, and we were there and he was doing his show live in Dallas. And so the night before they were going to the Roundup, which is a gay bar, real famous in Dallas. And he's like, oh my God, you're going
This
to
is
drag
10
me
o'clock.
out. You're going to drag
I've
me
already
out.
worked since
You wanna go to
6:30
track.
this morning, and it was not.
And I'm there with Jeff Lewis, and every 5 minutes, Jeff Lewis is throwing me a Jello shot. I think I had like 12
But
Jello
guess what?
shots.
The hottest guy.
Okay, the hottest guy was in the bar was talking to him, and I'm
I
just
know,
like,
and it's never happened
okay.
before. I was like, and then we were talking about it yesterday. I go, should we be talking about this in front of my husband? Like, I don't feel comfortable discussing this.
I
right
said to
now.
him, I said, do you want to go home with that guy? That's fine. never would happen.
No, you did
I mean, make your
not.
choices, but if
You
you're going to do
listen,
that, I want to
listen.
turn it into an OnlyFans and at least monetize it.
No, he was in the back. He was in the back and going.
I was
"What
just
is
like,
this?"
I think he was jealous. I think you were. It
I
wasn't
hope
hitting
so.
on him.
No.
I get hit on all the time.
You do?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh my God!
By
People walk
men,
in front of
women, all the time.
people
It's
walk in
crazy.
front of the store
Yeah.
all day, and they're like, "Oh, Paul's not here." And a good time to be able to get nab Patrik. I'm like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
That's true.
Oh my God.
You know what?
guys
You
are
know
so
what they
funny.
want? This.
Let me see. How big is that?
Oh, you know, I'm a gay boy. I like a big girl.
Oh, I like him big
22
too.
carats total, but it's
I'm just
11
gonna
carats
put mine
on the
away
top.
now. That is huge.
It's a beautiful ring,
I'm gonna
right?
take a picture of
That's
it.
what I
Send it
say
to
when
you.
I
love it.
you know.
It's called the
cannot.
mistress.
Why are you guys like this all the time?
That's what
You
I
guys
think.
kill me. You're so funny.
That's what I mean. I think we're
We're
just
not trying to be funny,
authentically.
but we're
funny.
really not.
We're authentically ourselves. Like sometimes people will be different they are on TV than they are on the radio. We're the same on the radio, on TV, in person. It's just us.
You know, the key is if you can be yourself
yeah.
and feel comfortable being yourself,
Yeah.
then you don't have to try to be something you don't know how
Right.
to.
Yeah, and I
And
think
it
a
just
lot of
makes it
people-
easy. It makes it effortless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's
I
so
think a
many
lot
other
of people
things that
try
you
to
can
be.
accomplish. What's the point? Like, I got to figure out how I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
with you and pretend like I'm better than you. Girl,
And that's why we have so many long-term friendships and relationships in this industry for 20, a year. I mean, Bella Thorne is now in her late 20s. He did her very first dress when she was
Yeah.
12 years old, when she won her first youth Oscar,
yeah.
and wearing a
I mean,
Pol
it's just,
Atteu.
it's the
And,
relationships you cultivate, it's
Yeah.
the friendships, but you have to stay the course and you have to be authentic.
and be
all
yourself.
the time. Yeah,
Always.
all the time.
Yeah.
I agree.
You
And I think
can.
it takes people a lot of learning to get there.
And I'm not saying you have to be nice specifically. If you're a bitch, be
Then be a
your
bitch.
organic,
Yeah,
authentic
yeah,
bitch.
that's exactly. You don't
That's
have
it.
to.
But I know
agree.
what I'm dealing with.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. I agree with you.
I don't like
100%.
them.
But that's okay. But if
Yeah.
I'll respect somebody more if they're just authentic, and I'd rather someone say "fuck you" to me than just smile in my face.
But look
Right.
at the world we come from.
Yeah.
I mean, we're part of the real world. But then in this industry, what maybe you're not familiar with yet is the fact that people are trying to be something that they're not, and it's very difficult to.
Yeah.
yeah, imposter.
It just rubs you the wrong way. It's uncomfortable, and you're just like, oh, what just happened? I gotta go take a shower. now.
Yeah, you could smell it. I mean, I come from
Yeah.
sales, so when people know that you're not authentic, or they feel like you're trying to put one over on,
Yeah.
people could feel it. That's the whole thing about relationships in general. People know when you're not authentic. You can smell it, you can feel it, right away.
I mean, we're not just saying that we've been together 21 years. We're together 21 years.
Yeah.
It's important for us.
We
Every
travel
day is
together, we
important.
work together, we
Do
live
you guys
together.
get sick of each other ever?
Having the TV show is
No.
important to both of us. It's what he does.
Except he's not the easiest person to produce on a TV show.
Why?
I'm not.
Oh,
I just don't like
Picky?
it. I think it's not my comfort space.
He hates
Some
it.
people thrive in that space. I don't. I'd rather be behind my sewing machine. I've got my fabrics. I'm designing, I'm creating, and I'm doing it for you.
Yeah.
That's where I thrive
Yeah.
the best. I don't want to talk about myself. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to tell you that my gown is in the First Lady Museum traveling across the country. I don't want to tell you that.
That's so
but-
important. That's
but-
who you are.
I know, but I don't want to say it because I feel like I'm trying to impress on you that I've accomplished certain things. But that just comes with the territory of what I've built.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
you should. Those are all your
Yeah,
accolades.
absolutely.
You should own it.
Yeah.
Own
Of
it.
course.
Yeah.
Tell people who you are and what
Like
you
when people
do.
walk into the boutique, they're
Right.
like, "Oh my God, where's all the pictures and all the newspaper articles?" I said, "I have a garage full. I'm on the
them
cover of
out.
WWD. I'm on the cover of Elle. I'm on the cover of Town and Country. Like I've got magazine articles
Yeah.
that are from Glamour days and Vogue.
I mean, for so many years
and,
before when we were first together,
Yeah.
and the website, he didn't even have one celebrity that he's dressed on his website until I took it over, and I'm like, what the fuck? You've dressed all these celebrities and you're not even showing it, and people
But it's
wanna
because for
see
me,
that.
it's creating the gown for the woman.
I get
And I
it.
don't care if you're a celebrity, if you're not,
Yeah.
if you just want a beautiful gown, and I want to facilitate that for
But
you.
you're
That's
so
it.
accomplished. You're so,
Yeah.
like all the things that you both have done. I mean, you should deserve your flowers.
Is she calling me old? when she says you're so
No.
accomplished.
No, I didn't
No,
say that.
not at all.
Stop it. Seasoned. I wouldn't say old. I'd say seasoned. Stop
Seasoned.
it. Okay, as we wrap up though, I want you to give some advice to somebody that is just starting to go into their new venture, or somebody that wants to do something maybe outside of the box that they're not comfortable. What would you tell somebody?
I'd say be your own boss. Be yourself.
Be a Bill.
Be a Bill. Be a Bill,
Bill.
because you are the only one. I've learned a long time ago, you're the only one that can control your own destiny.
Yeah.
Things happen.
I agree with you.
Things get in the way. Things push you down, but just get back up by your bootstraps and just continue, because you're the only one. Everyone says that, in Hollywood and industry, other people can open the doors for you. That's not true. You have to open the doors for yourself.
It's true. That's anything in life too. Anything.
But you always have to remember, you have to be your authentic self.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't even know what that really means.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can't sustain anything, whether it's a sales job, being at Starbucks, working behind a counter,
Right.
being a grocer. You can't sustain and maintain anything if you're not your authentic self. And people smell it, people know it. They may not say it to your face, but it's an uncomfortable feeling to know. And for me, I've always lived my truth.
Yeah.
I'm gay. I'm proud of being gay. I'm who I am. I don't know how, but I celebrate me every day, knowing that I want to do right by me so that I can do right by you.
Yeah. I love that.
And that's it.
It's the truth. I mean, I agree with you 100% everything that you said. If you're not authentic and if you're not living your truth, then what are you doing?
Right.
You know, you're spending so much time covering up this lie about who you really are. But when you finally come into who you are, be proud of it. Whatever that looks like
Whatever
for you.
that looks like.
Whatever. And look, it took me a long time to understand what that meant. And by the time I got into doesn't matter, but my older years, it took me a long time.
Your accomplished years.
My accomplished years. Yeah. But it took me a long time to finally be comfortable with who I am. And I'm 100% comfortable. I might not be everybody's cup of tea. That's okay. But at least I'm living my truth and my authentic self.
Think about this. The fact that I don't have to teach. I don't have to do half the things that we are involved in. I mean, we have a beautiful life that we thrive in. But
that we've created.
Doing it though makes me so happy to know that you can give back to communities that don't have it, inspire a generation of students or kids that may not know what it's like. I didn't come from wealth.
But a lot of people don't know all the charitable stuff we do. On season 4 of our show, an example, we did an entire charitable fashion show for Pol Atteu Fashion Gives Back to Ukraine. And we basically collected $150,000 of clothing for Ukraine refugees that we shipped to Romania.
I'm
and
embarrassed
Poland.
to say that I did keep some of those Pradas and Chanels that were being delivered to the boutique that I didn't want to send. I'm like, honey, this is new season.
Okay, you kept 2 shirts. That's it. But let me tell you, when we did this, it was funny
because it's not
because
going to fit the people there. It's just not going to fit.
we were like kind of laughing because we're like, oh my God, there's all this designer everything, and we're like, they're going to ship this to Romania and Poland, and the Ukrainians are going to be fighting over who gets the designer what? Because there's some good stuff in there.
Well, giving back is important too. That's important that you said that.
That's the thing.
It's very important. The more you get, the more you're supposed to give. You know, to whom much is given, much is expected and required. And that's a famous quote that I've heard a million times. I go by that. I live by that. I give back also. I think it's super important and crucial. You have to.
And listen, television or the media is not the only thing you should strive for.
No.
There's a world out there that without that, you should be able to live comfortably and realize your fullest potential every day.
I agree. That. I love that. If somebody wants to find you, where would they find you both?
Come to Beverly Hills, bitches, at 9414 Dayton Way or POLATTEU.
On all social media, and then mine is Patrik Simpson, Patrik Simpson on SIMPSON on all social media. Our podcast is Undressed with Pol and Patrik. Every week we drop brand new episodes, and he does a coffee reading.
The Armenian coffee reading.
On a celebrity that they can get, and they can book a coffee read at polatteu.com.
It's insane.
And Gowning Out in Beverly Hills, 4 seasons on Prime.
I love
it. It's insane. Yeah. If you knew the kind of people that communicate with me and contact me, you'd
I
be
can only
like,
imagine.
what are you talking about?
I can't. I can only imagine what kind of people contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma, I just want to congratulate you
thank
on
you.
putting
Yeah.
the podcast together because it is not an easy task. And kudos to
It's
you
so easy.
for following
Look,
your dream
bitch
and
just
doing
got
it.
up and put herself together.
Do you see all this
Hair
fucking
in my
equipment?
hands.
This is all
All the
stuff I
people that
schlepped
are
together.
here.
Yeah, I just
Bitch has got a team.
Yeah, I know.
I've got a team.
Yes,
That's
I
the
do
boss
have a team.
bitch.
I wish that it was just me, but I have a team behind me, and that's
great.
important too to know that there's,
Yeah.
I have a lot of great people in my circle, and that's how I really am able to do this. It's not me. It's
But
everybody else.
but it's
I love it.
beautiful to see that you appreciate, respect, and the trust is there to be able to go on the
Yes.
journey with you, and I think that's beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
True Bilfs. There you have it. I mean, they gave you some good gems. These guys are really, I can't say enough about them. They really are authentic. They act like this all the time. And that's honestly why they're so successful. So if you have imposter syndrome or you're trying to be somebody you're not, obviously that's not the answer. We're live on location, so I apologize about all the background noise, but thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you for
I love
having
you
us.
guys. You guys are so special. Keep doing what you're doing.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Boss again.